Hey guys, it's Titus here. I'm very confused with people in my age and just in general, not even just my age, just people that I'm like watching like on the news or whatever that are just saying things that do not make sense to me. Like, when did it become an option to obey the law? When did it become an option or an idea in people's head to get mad at people for enforcing the laws that we have? We have laws for a reason. And don't get me wrong, I understand why at least for some of you guys or whoever, like the people are that, I feel for these kids and like I 100% agree. Like it's sad that these kids are being separated from their parents. These kids have to go through, I don't know everything they're going through, but whatever it is, I can't imagine how they're feeling. It's awful. I am not trying to say that that's okay, that they're going through that. But at the same time, that's not their fault. That's not our fault. That's their parents' fault. Their parents decided that they were going to put their child through that by breaking the law to come over here, to come to America, to break our law. And if we did the same thing to them, they'd be breaking their laws. It's not like, oh, like we're trying to exclude people from coming here. Like, oh, we just don't want people in our country. That's not what it is. It's a matter of coming in the right way. And yes, that may be a difficult process. And yes, maybe we need to fix that and make it more simple or make it easier for people to come in, make it less expensive. I don't know. We can find ways, or we should try and find ways to fix that. But fixing it is not breaking it. Breaking it causes problems, causes division, which it already has. I don't understand how people think it's okay. Like, I get feeling bad. I get wanting to do something to change it, and we should do that. But I do not understand people actually sitting there saying, well, it just depends on the situation whether or not you should follow the law. Like, I've had conversations with people that say that, and then I go, it sounds like you're saying that we can break certain laws and we can't. Well, you don't know what I'm saying. I'm like, what am I supposed to take from what you're saying? And it's just, I've gotten into some discussions about it, and I don't get mad at these people. I just don't understand them. Like, if the law says something, what makes us think we have the right to just decide that we want to follow it or not? Or what makes us think that we have the right to get mad at a president or at any person in office or any person who wants to enforce it, a police officer or whatever, wants to enforce the law that has been in this country for years, or just a law in general that we have an option that we can just decide to go against it and to get mad at them for enforcing it, knowing that that is their duty and that's their position is to enforce the law. I, you see, I'm tongue-tied because I just don't even, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I see people, everything they say is run off emotion. It's run off feelings, off seeing a situation, saying that it's a bad situation, because it is a bad situation. I'm not trying to act like it's a good situation. It's terrible. These kids should not be going through this. These people shouldn't be going through this. And I know that there's like refugees and people that are seeking asylum, and I don't know all the details of every single thing, but I do know that needs to be fixed. I do know that there are people that need help. But I also know that we don't know. That's another thing I don't think people are grasping in their minds. We don't know who these people are. We don't know. We don't have any documentation. We don't know if these people are lying about this being their kid. We don't know if people are purposely trying to come in here to infiltrate America, to do anything harmful to us. So as an enforcer of the law, you should be, they're doing this to protect us. From us, it looks like, oh, they're over here just taking these people and hurting them and telling them they're not worthy or they're not worth it or they're not good enough. That's not what it is. We're just trying to make sure these people don't come in and hurt you. People that are Americans, people that are documented, people that they know who you are and they know that you're not trying to harm people. And obviously there's people in America that do harm people, but we don't need to add any more. So I think we should be able to sit there. I think as people, we should sit there and actually try to understand why the law is there. Think about why the law is there. Actually think about it and understand why it needs to be enforced. And like I said, we can find ways to make illegal immigration easier. We can do things, or not illegal, we can find ways to make legal immigration easier. But we shouldn't be sitting there trying to fight for people that disrespected the law, people that decided that they weren't gonna follow it. And like I said, there are people that, maybe death was the only option. But regardless of whether that was the case, as sad as it may be, we don't know that we don't know that they're telling the truth. What if someone says that? There could be 10 of them that said that that's what they came here for and they're telling the truth, and there's one that's lying and they came here to just wreak havoc. And we don't have the opportunity to take that risk. We can't take the risk on on the chance that all 11 of them are good when there could be one bad apple. Like you don't like, it's not worth it. It's not worth getting 10 goods for one that's gonna cause havoc or wreak havoc. I hope like people understand what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not like, I see, for me, like obviously I'm a conservative, I'm a Republican, but I can see the liberals like end goal ideal of what they want to be the case, and there's some good in what they want. It's just their approach to it is so wrong. And I'm just like, I look at them and I'm like, okay, I don't necessarily think you're bad people, or like you're just terrible people. And that's another thing. Why is there so much division? Why is there so much hate? Like, oh, the right is right. Oh, the left is right. And we just hate each other and we're just always like clashing. Like, no, let's come together and make a solution. Like, I guarantee you we agree on a lot more things than we may disagree on. We disagree. I mean, I'm a hardcore believer in the Word of God and following Jesus and living a life for Him. So obviously there's things in this world that I don't agree with and that I will never agree with. Not because I think I'm better, but because my God said so. Your God said, the God who created us all said so, and I choose to live for Him, and whatever He says trumps, no pun intended, any thing that this world has said is right or said is okay. But that being said, doesn't mean I won't choose to love you, and I will. But you had to follow the laws. Like, I don't get it. Like, obviously, this is what I'm saying. If you had a kid and you love your kid more than anything in the world, obviously, and they go to the store and they steal something. They steal a movie, they steal gum, they do whatever it is. They come back home and you see it with them. From what I've seen, based off how some liberals, not all, it's like, oh, they stole a kid. Well, they really wanted some gum, or oh, they haven't had a gum in a while, and it's just, I mean, obviously I'm making it sound way like lighter, but like, oh, they just, just any reason for it to have been okay on what they did. And now I see the Republicans that are just like, what they did was wrong, and they need to go to jail for it or whatever. And honestly, if you're gonna break the law and cross the border, you should go to jail and be vetted. And maybe if it was before asylum, and we can be sure that that's what it is, we can work something out, maybe work something out. But for us to immediately jump to arrest should not offend a liberal or anybody, because that person did break a law. Just like I can't just go to Mexico and decide I'm gonna live here now. Or not that I would want to, because obviously people are leaving for a reason. I don't know everything, I'm not claiming to. But I don't get this hate, and these people that you just can't agree. The people just refuse to agree. But like I was saying, I would hope that if your kid was to do something like that, they would just take something and you saw what they did, that you wouldn't like try and make them feel okay with their decision they did, to not make them feel bad, or because you love them or you care for them. If you truly love to care for them, you tell them, no, that was wrong. You turn in whatever they stole. You'd tell the person they stole it from. You'd ask for forgiveness. You'd you would do the right thing in that. And then you would teach your kid that, so in the future they wouldn't make those same mistakes on a bigger scale of breaking the law or whatever. You should want the best for your kid. You should want the best for people. And I do want the best for people. Like when I have these discussions on Facebook, I've been posting some memes on being that guy, yes. Posting some memes about illegal immigration, about abortion, about all these things that I have strong stances on it. And people get heated at me, and like they look at me like I'm some emotionless person that just doesn't care about anyone. And if you truly know me, people that truly know me know I care about everyone, and I do want the best for these people, and I do think there should be some sort of program. And yes, I haven't put all my efforts into making sure that there's another way or working on another way, but neither of these keyboard warriors that are just attacking me or attacking everyone else because they don't agree. They don't do anything about it. They ask me, what am I doing about it? But my question would be back to them, what are you doing about it? I'm not trying to sell my business, but there is things I'm trying to do to help this country move forward, and I'm working on something. None of your business, but I don't get the hate, and I don't get the refusal to not be able to disagree or not be able to come to some sort of understanding of each other. Like I have a friend at work, and I was just talking to him, we need to make a video, man, because we do not agree on a lot of things, but we're like really good friends. I love the guy, and he loves me, and I was just like, I don't understand why everyone else can't be like this. I just don't. But I also think like you thinking that it's okay for illegal, and not just Mexicans. I don't hate Mexicans. I love Mexicans. I love everyone. If there's Canadians or if there's anyone who's breaking the law, they need to have the law enforced on them just as much as anybody else. That needs to be stressed. It's not about the Mexicans. Mexicans are great. I have nothing against them. I have a few friends that are Mexican. It's not about the race. People need to get that out of here. It's not about your race. It's about you broke the law. And the people who try and make that, or sound like I'm trying to say, some liberals, and maybe Republicans do, I don't know everybody, they try and make it look like we're attacking a race. And that's just not true, and it's not right to do that either if you know what you're doing. Just be honest. If you're right about something, say you were right about the whole thing, why would you try and make me look bad? Why would you try and make other people look bad? If you're right, you'll be right. Bottom line. Everyone will see it, but no, to sit there and try and make people look bad, it makes you look worse. In my eyes, at least. I'm kind of scattered over the place because this has just been in my head and on my heart and like just everywhere lately, and it's just frustrating me, and not frustrating me. It's just like it's been on topic on I'm just like, ugh, come on, guys, wake up. What are you not seeing? What are you not understanding? I don't know. It's more like people would rather be right than to actually listen up and try and work in some sort of agreement, trying to work on some sort of understanding. But we need to be better as people, I guess I do always lean more maybe towards conservative views in the Republican like things, but like I think there's a lot of there's just a lot of wrong with the idea of two separate the Republican and Democrat in itself is just separation of just splitting. There's just a fight. Like some people will vote for Democrat just because it's Democrat. Some people vote Republican just because it's Republican, not because they actually listened or cared or thought the person who was doing whatever or was running for whatever it was a good candidate, or because they even looked at anything that they were doing. They're just like, oh, he's a Democrat, I'm voting for him. Oh, he's a Republican, I'm voting for him. You should know what you're doing. You should know why you're doing it. And also, Trump gets way too much hate. I honestly don't think he's done anything. I know he said something that's like, come on, Trump. But it's like, okay, nobody's perfect. And if you can't see that he truly wants to do good for this country, or he cares about this country, then you're just choosing to be blind to the truth and choosing to follow whatever the media says. And I don't know. It's just saddening to see that people can't just be kind and understanding and loving. It's all about love and love and love, but unless you don't agree, then it's I hate you and you have no morals and you're just a terrible person and how could you? I'm like, not the simple fact that maybe we just don't agree. I have to be the worst person on the planet. And it's I think it's wrong. So sorry, my vent is over now. I vented you for 13 minutes. I don't even know if I even made a good point. I was so, it's 1 in the morning and I had to be up at church and sing in the morning. But this needed to be out. This needed to get out. I love people. I love all people. I love Mexicans. I love Latinos. I don't get the, if you believe the law should be enforced on immigration means that you don't like a race. I don't get it, but anyways, I'm going to bed now. Have a great night, and I hope you understood what I was saying, and that you actually will think about it instead of just coming at me with, I mean, not that I care, but it just would be nice. All right. Peace out, guys.